Alright, so yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Shadow. Obviously, we're doing Terrorist Hunt because I'm not really sweating today or none of that, but I'm kind of just describing gold things or a lot of tips for people who want to get out of gold, who are stuck in gold, who maybe they've gotten out of gold, but they still feel like they make a little bit of mistakes, like if they were still in gold. But yeah, let's get straight into it. Okay, so a lot of mistakes that I see that golds make are sensitivity wise. I see a lot of golds with really great sensitivity or like great recoil control, great, I guess, predicting and hearing and all that. But one problem that I do see a lot is sensitivity wise. For example, let's say this target is an enemy. Oh, let's say this target is an enemy. Okay. So pretty much what I see from a lot of gold players is they react really well, but their sensitivity doesn't allow them to react as fast as others. So for a lot of mistakes that I've seen from a lot of golds, I feel like they need to either turn up their sensitivity or maybe sometimes it's too high and they're not able to control their recoil that much. So for a lot of golds, try to figure out your sensitivity, try different sensitivities. Obviously I have mine, which I feel like it's great. It's not too bad, not too good for me. Well, I'd say it's good for me because it's my style. Obviously, left stick dead zone, right stick dead zone, that doesn't matter. Unless you have a broken controller and you have stick drift, but those are turned down for right now because my controller is not broken. But I have 60 for vertical and horizontal. And when it comes to ADS, I have different ones because I feel when you have holographic, it's really slow, and so I turned it up a little bit so it's a lot faster. So it feels the same as 40, but for most of my classes it's 40, and obviously the last one is 35 because it's Kali. But yeah, that's my sensitivity. But try to find your sensitivity for just competitive in general. Try to find your sensitivity for competitive in general. That's like the main thing if you want to get better at Rainbow. And we'll go straight into top 2. So the second thing that I see in a lot of gold players is hearing. They don't have a headset or they just don't know the sound cues that well. I feel like the best way to learn sound cues is go into a terrorist and just playing terrorist as if you were playing a regular match. Maybe you want to be really rushy, but know the sound cues. There's all different types of sound cues that you need to learn. For example, when you're on stairs, I'm still learning sound cues a little bit. Maybe from time to time you'll see me make a mistake with sound cues, me dying a lot. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of sound cues that you need to, I guess, memorize or know. For example, when they're on a hatch, it's really like weird hearing people on hatches. It sounds like they're in front of you, but in reality they're just on the hatch. Same with stairs. It feels like they're to your right, but in reality they're just a floor above you. A lot of sound cues that you're gonna have to memorize. And yeah, that's one mistake I see in a lot of gold players. Either no headset or they don't know the sound cues that well. So if you're a gold and you're stuck, practice on your sound cues. And yeah, we'll go to the third one. Okay, so for the next one thing that I do notice in a lot of gold players is they like to stick to one character, or they play a bunch of characters actually, is what I'm trying to say. A lot of golds do play a bunch of random characters, but my opinion, I think you should stick to certain characters. For example, for me, because I solo queue a lot, well, I wouldn't say a lot, but I do solo queue from time to time, and I like to play, I guess, solo queuing type of operators for many reasons. And for example, I like to play Zofia, Buck, for attacking, and then for defending I do love to play Jaeger, maybe from time to time a Vigil. But yeah, try to have like specific people to practice your aim and all that with. And yeah, don't go picking Capcan or try learning every operator or try getting better with every operator. I mean, it's not bad to get, I mean, well, one thing to know when playing Rainbow is learning people's gadgets, I guess. You can have knowledge on someone's gadget, but try not to pay attention too much on every operator, try to pay attention to certain operators like Zofia, Nomad, stuff like that. Good for solo queuing, duos, triple, maybe a full squad. Try to do that a lot more. Work on your ops, see which ones you like the most, and see which one's best for you or your playstyle specifically. And we'll get to the next one. So pretty much another thing I do see is learning recoil control. A lot of people do not know how to do recoil control still to this day, and I'm still learning in a lot of ways. And here's the best way that I guess I learned with certain operators. So for example, Zofia's, I'm pretty sure her strafes to the right a lot. As you can see, don't control the recoil. Go from a far distance, not close, because close it looks very, like if I'm controlling it a little bit, it looks pretty controllable from here. But go from a far distance and see which pattern it goes to. The recoil pattern is what you really have to pay attention. And Zofia's, it mainly goes to the right. So what you're going to have to do is, maybe you think you have to hold down, and that's pretty much it. Which, yes, it does help, but I mean, it could be better. One thing that you have to really pay attention is the recoil pattern. As you know, Zofia's goes top right, which it's pretty much what you do is you control the recoil. You go down when you're recoiling and to the left as well. So down left is the best way to control Zofia's recoil, like this. So pretty much like that, perfect. But there's also head glitching and all that. So yeah, that's why you need to learn recoil control for head glitching, stuff like that, and just in general, just to get a lot of kills and all that. And we'll go on to the next one. So for the next one, I see this a lot, and in a way I need to do this more, but I made it a made it to plat 2 this season, luckily. But I still make this mistake sometimes. I don't really go for the head that much. One thing that I see from a lot of golds, I'm still struggling from this a little bit, is that headshots will get you way more gunfight, or you can win more gunfights with getting headshot kills. And trust me on that. Most of the time, you'd get like, whenever you go for body shots, yeah, it's good. It's easier to kill someone with body shots because, I mean, it's really easy to shoot their body, and then it could also, if you lose control with the recoil, you could maybe get their head and get a lucky shot on their head. But try your best to try to go for headshots, because that's how you end gunfights really quickly. And yeah, just practice terrorist hunt. Maybe do a couple terrorists before going into a rank. Try to hit more of the terrorist headshots. Terrorist is a really good way to perfect your aim, recoil, movement, anything. But yeah, headshots is the best way to win more gunfights, and that'll get you a high rank. And that's also something I see that a lot of them do. Not hit that many headshots, maybe go for body shots. I still struggle from this, and hopefully I can hit more headshots, and hopefully you can see my improvement later on. But one mistake that I do see a lot of people make who are in gold is pretty much they stay on the roof, for example, of, I don't know, border, which is this map. They'll stay up here for most of the round and don't really know when to push or where to push from. I do kind of struggle on this in a way, but it's slowly coming off of me. But you have to know when to be patient and aggressive. And there's certain situations where you can be aggressive. Let's say, for example, some enemies are not watching A, but they're watching B a lot. You can put all your gadgets, your smart, your droning into B, or into A, I mean. And you can manage to maybe plant, get the win probably. But you have to know when to switch from aggro and being calm in a situation. That's another thing that you guys need to focus on, it that a lot of gold players do. You guys need to be really calm. Staying calm is like the #1 thing when it comes to Rainbow. Why? Because when you're calm, you think a lot straight, you think way better. Maybe you are a lot smarter when you're calm. And there are many ways you can be calm. Maybe a couple deep breaths, I have no idea. But yeah, you have to stay calm in situations when playing Rainbow. Even though this game is intense, I understand that. But you have to learn on when to keep calm in this game. Especially in this game. Because when you're very like heart racing, it's very hard to focus, and like you lose, I guess, thinking. Like for me, I go all out when I'm not calm. I'm like, oh, I need to kill this guy. I really need to peek this angle. I need to kill. And that's how I lose a lot of matches. Because I always peek angles and I manage to die when, like, I'm the one who needs to be patient and they need to come to me. Because I already planted. And yeah, that's a mistake that I make a lot. And I feel like it needs to be rubbed off. It slowly is more and more. And yeah, but pretty much try to know when to be aggro and when not to be aggro. Aggressive is like the best thing. It's like a really fun playstyle, being aggressive, but it doesn't always work against the same people or the same squad, or yeah, but you know, try not to be that aggro always. Try to have always something different. Maybe be a little bit more patient in some situations. Maybe patient works on other people, but try not to be too aggressive either when it comes to ranked and in gold or whatever. Be patient. It's like an on and off switch. You have to know when to turn it on and when to turn it off. And yeah, hopefully this helped you guys a lot. Hopefully you can get out of gold this season in Neon Dawn or in any other future seasons if you're watching this very late, but hopefully this helped you guys. And yeah, hopefully you guys like, subscribe. If you want more of this, please let me know. I love doing these because I don't know, I love teaching people who are new to the game how to get better, and I find it great for me and for others, learning a lot more, learning everything in the game. And yeah, please give a like, subscribe, all that other good stuff. Peace out, guys.